Welcome back to At Home Songwriting. Would you look at that? Look at that green grass, all of those flowers, the nice Minnesota day. Yes, this is my backyard. This is where I try to spend as much time as I can when there's not a whole bunch of mosquitoes and not a whole bunch of gross humidity. But welcome to my peaceful place. And that's my dog Joey that you saw as well. So what the heck does all of this have to do with songwriting? Well, I wanted to just talk to you a little bit because as a writer myself and as an artist, a recording artist, a singer, Chad Shank, me, and I think you might be able to relate to some of this as well. But one of the challenges that I have is trying to determine who am I as an artist? Who am I as a writer? You know, we are in this world of cookie cutter, do it the same but be different, right? Like all of the female singers now to me sound very similar. And I know that sounds like a really old guy thing to say, but you have to admit, if you listen to a playlist, the artist will change, but the sound it could almost be from the same album. Right? I remember being a kid in the 80s where you had the chart with Casey Kasem, right? And you'd have all these different styles and all these different colors of music and all of these artists that were doing something that was unique and doing something that was truly themselves. And then now all of a sudden music has been so homogenized, and now you add in AI, which is basically even making it more average, right? The more people start to use AI, the more average everything gets because it's just a conglomeration of everything that's been done before. So as I sit in my backyard, I think about the flowers, right? The flowers don't give a crap what the other flowers are doing. The flowers are worried about themselves. The flower's going to bloom in whatever bloom they're supposed to bloom. They're going to bloom at the time they're supposed to bloom, and they just grow. They don't sit there and worry like we do about, oh my gosh, is this the right time to do this? Am I too old to do this? I don't sound like XYZ. I don't sound like Sabrina Carpenter. I don't sound like Tate McRae. I don't sound like Morgan Wallen or whoever. I don't sound like Bob Dylan. You know, whoever you sort of look up to, you're not going to sound like them because you're not the same flower. So as I'm thinking about this, and I'm going to look at my notes periodically because I've been thinking about this as a metaphor for songwriting, right? So flowers, each one just blooms. It blooms for however long it's allowed to. It blooms for however long it is supposed to. It blooms in the color that it is supposed to. And it's not trying to compete with the other different types of flowers, right? So plants, they just grow. There's cycles. Sometimes, you know, they go dormant for the winter and then they come back. You know, songwriting and art is like that too. Sometimes you don't have anything to say. Sometimes you just released a project. Sometimes you just finished something. And maybe it's time to just take a rest. Like, that's okay, right? I want us to look at our songwriting like nature. And I want us to really center on how do we become our own flower? And I know that sounds kind of woohoo, hippy-dippy, right? But that's fine because I kind of am that way. But the idea here is, how do you figure out how to ignore the noise, ignore all of the other plants in the garden, and just bloom as bright as you possibly can? You know, you put out something or you create something, and then there's either going to be bees that come along and pollinate it or there's not. Right? Like the flowers don't chase the bees. The flowers don't necessarily alter themselves in order to be the best flower, right? And you know, we're kind of like songwriting flowers. We bloom when we're supposed to. We bloom as bright as we're supposed to. We grow where we're at. I think that's important too. Some flowers get lucky and maybe they're at, the palace in London, right? Like maybe they're with the king and the royal family. Are those flowers any more beautiful than ones that grow in my backyard, right? Maybe that place where you're at is exactly where you are supposed to bloom. And I want you to feel confident in yourself because there's no one that is exactly you. All of us are the conglomeration of all of our influences, all of our likes, all of our dislikes, everything we've done, everything we've listened to. And it somehow comes together in this magical mix of whatever it is. And you have your own style. You have your own message. So you need to feel confident in who you are first. And you also need to define success in a way that isn't always about money. And, we want to feel confident in the journey. And we want to feel success in the process, not success in the result. So I want to really hit on that because I've been thinking a lot about this. The success in songwriting does not come from the song that you complete. The success comes from the process that you use and the process that you enjoy, right? So I want you to define success as feeling satisfied and engaged and being in the flow state. If you can get in that mindset of writing songs and sort of forgetting how much time you're focused on it and being in that true flow state, that really is the success. Right? Because you are blooming, you're putting out your pollen, you're putting out your petals, you're growing as tall as you can. But I also want to say being yourself does not mean ignoring some of the fundamental things of songwriting, right? So think of this as a carpenter. Every carpenter uses wood, nails, hammers. They all kind of have the same tools, right? But they all build different houses. So sometimes I hear people say, well, I am who I am, and I'm just not going to learn anything new, and whatever comes out of me is great. And while I promote individuality and I promote finding what your voice is, I also believe there's a such thing as being closed off and being lazy in your songwriting and not trying to learn how to do something better. Because I think carpenters and true craftspeople and craft people, yes, but artisans. True artisans are constantly looking for ways to improve themselves and experiment with the tools that are available. So on this channel, when we talk about things like rhyme scheme, rhyme type, we talk about numbers of lines, we talk about melodic structure, we talk about chords, we talk about grooves, rhythm, whatever we talk about, right? I am not trying to tell you who you are as a writer. I'm not trying to tell you the type of song to write. And when I show you my songs, I'm showing you my version of using the tools. Do you know what I mean? So I want you to know that you can use the same tools and come up with something completely different. I'm giving you the frame and you get to put the picture in it. Or I'm giving you the bottle and you get to figure out what kind of wine you put into it, right? So this week, I want you to stop and think about who you are as a writer. And I want you to block out the noise of this world because there's a lot of stuff and junk flowing at us constantly. And I just want you to stop and think about what you truly enjoy and what truly moves you. Because I think if you're writing songs only for a commercial outcome in the beginning, or even if you're writing songs for a commercial outcome, that can start to feel really kind of gross, right? Because you're chasing something that is so abstract, and it's almost like you're trying to be the flower that figures out what the bee wants, right? What the bees want is just some kind of pollen. They want the flower to be what it is. So as you head off into your lives, into your jobs, into your songwriting this week, I want you to stop and think about the flowers and how each individual one is its own beautiful thing. And so are you in your songwriting. And with this channel, I want to explore my flowers, but I also want to explore how we can make you bloom bigger, brighter, longer as well. So I just want to put that out there and have you think about that for a while and really think about what is it that you want to do with all of this, and how can you find that true success in the process? How can you find true success in the flow state and not think about the results? Don't think about the song all the time. Think about you. What makes you feel like the brightest flower? And if you want other tips and tools that I talked about, definitely go to athomesongwritingcourses.com or also check out these other videos, and I'll see you soon.